6 a.m. It's time for Rolling Thunder. I'm about to get on this bike and be in the front of the parade. Look, it's going to be, well, the front of the RFTW section of the parade. And this is Bud. I'm going to be riding on the back of his motorcycle. Thank you for the ride. And I'll be letting you know what's going on in a minute. Okay, so at the back of the bike where we're going in to be staged for the parade. There's already hundreds of bikes here. There'll be thousands more in just a little bit. Alright, DC weekend. We're past day 10, but we're still in the DC. These are all the bikes from a hilltop. All those little dots. There's thousands of bikes, and they're still lining up for Rolling Thunder. And there in the distance is the Pentagon. Apparently there's a memorial. There's 2 memorials. One for the people who were in the plane that crashed into it, and one for the people who were in the Pentagon who died from the crash. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if I'll be able to go over there and see the memorial, but at least there's the Pentagon. Very cool. It's Sunday. We're getting ready for Rolling Thunder, and you saw me on a bike rolling in. And the parade should be cool. The parade starts at about noon, so we'll be sitting in the parking lot for a few hours. But look at all these bikes. Tons and tons and rows of bikes. It'll be very cool. And then the whole parade lasts a few hours. So I'll see you soon. Look at this incredible vet bike. This guy spent 2 years. All his stuff was donated. There's so much to see. There's paint jobs, there's ammunition, there's guns on the front. It's crazy. And this is the guy, Vet Bob. I'm talking to my dad right now. So it's about 10 o'clock now, and here are 300,000 bikes in the parking lot. Maybe 400,000 now. More coming. These are Gold Star mothers. Everyone on this hill is standing and clapping for them. You can see them. All the people in white are Gold Star mothers. Lost sons or daughters in battle. Okay, there's 700,000 of us now in this parking lot, as you can see. Just tons, rows and rows of it. We're in the parking lot of the Pentagon right here. We're about to start the Rolling Thunder parade. I'm going to be up in the front, which is going to be pretty cool. Front for the Run for the Wall group. There's several different groups. As you can see, people with different t-shirts, different patches. They're going to be at different legs of the group. It's only about a 20 or 30 minute parade, but because there's so many different groups, it'll take about 3-4 hours, I've heard, just to go up and down Constitution Avenue, and then it's all done. All for this, but it's going to be the Rolling Thunder. It's pretty great to see. Okay, this is B-52. It's the biggest bomber that's made. Look at it flying overhead.
Alright.
Oh my god, it's so loud! That plane is enormous. Right over the bike. Okay, so this is a map of where we are. We're right about here.
We're right here.
And then we're going to go on this across the Potomac. And then we're going to go to the National Wall, to the Vietnam Wall. All motorcycles. They just started leaving. Look at all those. I'm right about, going to be right there, right smack dab in the middle. Here we go, taking off. Just a little bit to go. That's the bike I'm going to be on. A little bit more time. Almost there. Tell people to come out and watch us. Woo! There it is. It's the parade. Woo! Yeah. Alright, that was Rolling Thunder. You just saw 700,000 motorcycles. Some veteran supporters drive around the National Mall area and the Vietnam Wall, driving through all the memorials. It was pretty cool. We drove right down Constitution Boulevard. Not really sure which one. Not good on the streets there. But it was a really cool experience. The whole parade took about 4 hours, but luckily we were in the beginning of it, so we finished within the first hour. On our way back we got kind of lost because the streets were blocked off, kind of funny. So we all split up, but I was able to go to Thunder Alley, which is pretty cool. It was a few square blocks of vendors, anywhere having to do with Rolling Thunder, having to do with vets, There's patches, there's pins, there's stuff to do with motorcycles, so there's chaps and cool leather gear. It was really fun to wander around and see all that stuff. And then I revisited some of the other memorials as well, such as like the Korean Memorial and World War II Memorial I saw again, and the Vietnam Wall I saw one more time. The parade was just such an amazing experience, seeing so many people come out. My dad was also able to ride in the parade. He was on a motorcycle behind me. You can see him right here. He had such a fun time. It was the father-daughter duo driving through the Capitol. You can see the Capitol building. We saw the White House on our tour. It was just so amazing. So on our way back, we're leaving tomorrow to go to Tennessee to visit some friends. We're going to be leaving on Memorial Day, so we're not going to be in town on Memorial Day, but we'll have been here all weekend. You know, it was just such a great trip. But it'll be pretty great on the way back as well. My dad and I will just be touring the country, going to Tennessee, like I said, and then to Chicago to visit my uncle, and then to Iowa, and then on the way back it's just, you know, who knows. So, more to come. So to conclude Memorial Day weekend, I would just like to take a little bit of time to remember some of the people who we lost in Vietnam, names we saw on the wall. My dad always told me that people aren't really gone unless they're forgotten. So taking this time to remember these people is what keeps them alive. It's what keeps their memory alive. For instance, our trailer is named after Hardcore Dad, a guy named Alan Bondoli, who died on the way back from the Run for the Wall in 2007. And by naming our trailer after him, we'll always remember him. Some people wrote to me and wanted me to say the names of some of the people that they lost. I think it's important for me to say them, for me to remember them, and for anyone watching to remember them, just to say their names out loud at least once, to keep them alive. Steve Fletcher wrote to me and wanted me to remember John Richard Larrymore, Joseph Francis Catt, Richard Allen Nolk, Earl Shark, Tom Eckel, Fred Fortner, Chris Bolster, and Ron Henry. Also, some of the people that we saw on the wall, specifically Malcolm Kirby remembered his friends Lawrence F. Jaworowitz. I'm sorry about that. He's on panel 42. Also, my friend Roland Marchand, also called Pegleg, was remembering his good friend Theodore Weymouth. It's on panel 64. So if anyone ever ventures to the wall or sees any of these names, or just to remember them, that's what's important. That's what Memorial Day weekend is about, you know, just keeping those people in your hearts. And I think that's what's important about this trip, is just thanking the people who are still alive and remembering those who have passed for us.